Welcome to the tripod. Welcome to the tripod.
Hello, pretzels, and welcome back to the tripod. It's been a minute or two, but we're back. We got a shit ton of wrestling to talk about, so let's just dive right into this shit. NXT had a PLE. It was called No Mercy. So let's kick it off with the pre-show. It's Kalani Jordan versus Blair Davenport, of course, a Dana Brookless Jordan, versus the wicked Blair Davenport. Jordan holding her own, unique 619-ish cutter, appreciated it. Even hits MVP's old finisher, but Cruella hit a double stomp to the back and a weird Falcon arrow-ish for the win. Gigi Gump on the attack. Fuck you, Sticks. He got the caveat. I gave it 4 pretzels. I rated this one because it's NXT and I like NXT. But speak of the devil. Sticks, you prick. It was a fucking emergency change of caveats because, of course, Sticks and Caesar are the same. So Sticks pulled this one out of his asshole. And what did you think about the match?
I thought it was a solid match. Kalani Jordan was able to get some momentum, even in a loss, heading into the breakout tournament. She looked good. She's been looking better and better in her matches that she's had leading up to this so far. So they see something in her, giving her a good shot. I mean, obviously, even though it was a prelim card, you going against Blair Davenport, who has a really good resume in WWE and in NXT. So to be able to go out there and put a match on like this, I gave it 6. I thought it was a good match for her. I really did. And like I said, it was a nice momentum, even though she got the L. It's nice momentum heading into her NXT breakout tourney spot.
As soon as I cleaned the litter box, they were just in a line ready to piss up the fucking room and smell up this whole shit. Fucking cat. Caesar, what'd you think of the No Mercy kickoff?
Oh, this shit was good. I ain't rated though. But yeah, come on. We all know Blair Davenport can do what she got to do in that ring with whoever she got. And I don't remember that bit. Dana Brooklyn's trick. She cooking. So I ain't mad at it.
The main show starts. It's an epic video game intro giving nostalgic vibes all over the place with No Mercy from N64. Millions and millions of people love that one. Was it better than WrestleMania 2000? It's up for debate, but I do remember late
No debate. It was No Mercy.
No Mercy.
There's no
friends, and this was before we drank. It was good times, along with WCW, NWO Revenge, and WrestleMania 2000. Good times. Braun Breaker in dog helmet versus Biker Corbin. No bread, no water, just
me.
Braun flies out of the ring to start fighting the crowd. Generic security putties are out. Technical difficulties as Baron Corbin's ass bounces off the announce table. This is a way better match than I thought it was going to be. The crowd is hot. Corbin spinebuster Braun through the announce table. Braun sits right back up, a la the Undertaker, a pissed off Undertaker. Braun about to put the match away, but Mr. Stone flies onto Braun. Braun catches and tosses Stone out of the ring onto the putties. End of days, Corbin fucking wins. Like I said, a better match than I thought. I gave it 6 pretzels. Caesar, what did you think of the first show of the night?
I put out I gave this shit 5. It started hot. Yeah, Braun jumping out the ring. Started hot. I was like, oh, okay, girl. Okay, that's how we gonna go. Maybe we gonna get a good ass a nice good old ass match out of Corbin. Because Braun just be doing Braun shit all the time. That shit boring. But now he got somebody to fight with. Shit could be good. she could be good. And then it turned into what it turned into. But I wasn't like mad about it. I wasn't mad about it. I thought it was a good opening match. But yeah, started off real hot, cooking all around. They both got their shit in. And then yeah, it happened how it happened. Then Mr. Stone came out and old Corbs got the dub. So that's what I was really shocked about. But yeah, I gave it 5.
Not bad, Sticks. What'd you think of the first match of No Mercy?
Well, gentlemen, I think we all three thought that this was going to be the main event of the Some Shit Showdown once we saw this. But actually, I agree with you boys. This was better than what I thought it was going to be. And I gave it 5. Hot start. You know, I thought it was kind of neat. Corbin coming out with the motorcycle. He must have found one back in the Hidden Treasures room from when Triple H always rode one out. And Braun coming out with a generic looking dog / werewolf looking mask. Fought out in the crowd, you know, all that stuff. We had the tie-ins with Superman Stone getting into there from White Khali. You know, he's trying to exact some revenge on his behalf of his client, his friend, White Khali, and that went totally not as planned as what he thought it was going to. And allowed our boy Baron Corbin, a man with a great entrance song, to pick up the dub. And yeah, like I said, I think I totally agree with you boys. This went better than what I thought it did, and that's why I gave it a 5.
Sounds good to me. Up next is for the North American Championship. Dirty Dom, Mommyless versus old Trick Willie. Bust out that baby oil, Sticks. It's time to shine. Dragon Lee is a special ref, by the way. Book's reactions when Trick Willie's music plays.
Mm-hmm. What?
Come on, Caesar.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Caesar.
Yeah. I like it. Oh yeah, man. Book Coonan. Did you did you hear Wade with the fades? Did you watch the pre-show and hear Wade with the fades?
Of course.
Yeah. Oh God.
It's who does it better?
Well, Book be Coonan and Wade just white.
He's got the accent though, so it makes
He's got the accent though.
We want mommy chance. Book and Vic bicker over Dom's credibility. Dom's left eye still bruised. Book says Dom putting some Cholula green on his offense. Again, a great match here at No Mercy. Dom super kicks Dragon Lee on accident. Replacement ref out. Trick Willie nails the Trouble in Paradise for a 2.5. Second ref taken out. Trick wakes up Dragon Lee, hits running knee to Dom for the win, and we get a new North American champion. I was as shocked as the universe, folks, because of course you think all of Judgment Day would move the earth to prevent this from happening, but it's because mommy wasn't ringside. I gave this 6 pretzels with the salt sticks. What did you think of old Trick Willie finally getting the gold?
Boys, every once in a while on a takeover, we get a surprise. A lot of times it's debatable on if it's good that all three of us like or if not. But I think we're all three in unison on this. This was one of the best surprises we have seen in a while, match-wise. Our boy Trick Willie walking in after wrestling twice in one night, proving himself, winning a fatal 4-way to get here, and then facing Dirty Dom, a man who's had a death grip on that North American Championship. And through it all, going through 2 officials, Trick Willie picking up the dub and letting everybody know he whooped that Trick. Boys, I gave this 7 because this was a great match. Trick Willie is getting better and better in the ring. Dom's getting pretty damn good in the ring too. He's getting a little bit better and better too. Both guys put on a hell performance. The shenanigans with the refs it kind of had a little bit with it, but really The action in the ring was great. Both guys, their stars are ascending. Them being able to put this North American Championship on Trick Willie showed that they have faith in the guy. And boys, we've been talking about Trick Willie for a while, and it's just so awesome to see this happen, especially on a PLE. Awesome match. Happy for Trick Willie, and I gave it 7 pretzels.
This is about to be a goddamn Greek tragedy later on. Caesar, what did you think of old Trick Willie finally getting some baby oil on some gold?
Trick Willie came his ass out there. You know what I'm saying? Book cooning. As usual. Gotta love a good book coon. I don't know how he's a fan of both of these guys. Just hyping them up throughout the match. You knew Dragon Lee was gonna get super kicked. And then this nigga gonna be gone for 8 minutes out the match. Nigga, you was a wrestler. I've seen you get super kicked and spin that shit around and power drive a nigga. So you gonna take one dirty ass super kick and then you get your ass outside for 5 minutes? They gotta get a new ref. Get that bullshit out here. Even though good day for Trick Willie. Good day for Trick Willie. I gave it a 6. I gave it a 6. For the surprise factor, match was still good. Need to clean up a little bit of things, but I gave it a 6, and I ain't mad at it.
Booker T's commentary with his song is going to be my new favorite thing for a while. The NXT Tag Team Championships were on the line. The family put it up against 3 other fucking teams, the Creeds, Los Lotharios, that's what I'm calling them, and Out the Mud, OTM. OTM out on their lowrider bikes, of course, in Bakersfield. Again, the Creeds shining bright like a diamond. Tony D and Stacks with the hockey fighting. Shit, Tony D might have an injury. Lothario's on fire here. Wow, with the double teams. Stacks remains. Ivy takes out Reggie. Brutus had ankle lock on Garza for a long time, but got saved. Tony D hobbles his ass back out. The one-legged man in this ass-kicking contest is incredible. Quadruple superplex from all 4 corners. This is awesome. He came in like a Brutus ball. Jesus. Tony D and Stacks, bada boom, bada bing for the win and retain, taking out one of those crime timers. This was very entertaining, gentlemen. I gave it 7 and the mustard. Caesar, what did you think? We had a fatal 4-way for the NXT Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, this was really good. What the fuck? Oh yeah, okay, that's what I wrote. Yeah, no, this was really good. Everybody got to show their shit off. Yeah, I was like, damn, Tony D got taken out. And when he hobbled his ass back with the cut pantsuit, I was like, that was a good pair of pants, man. Shit, but I ain't gotta do what you gotta do. He came out there stone cold in that shit, beating up putties to get his country ass back in the ring. Los Lotharios was they was doing some tag team shit there. Brutus Ball. Out the Mud was out the mud, I guess. I don't know.
They were there.
Yeah, jury's out on them crackers. Scripps was being a hoe. But overall, this match was really good. This is where it picked up for me. I gave it 6 in the mustard. I liked it. And then, Tony D coming back, fighting on the one leg. I don't know whether it's kayfabe or not, but he definitely was hopping around like it was and still getting in there. And then, he still pressed and got some strength and jumped off shit when he had to. So, overall, this is a really, really good tag team match. Family got their title defense out the way against 3 ratchet ass teams. So we'll see where the story takes them from here. But damn, this match was super, super good. I was thoroughly impressed by everybody. I definitely loved it every minute of it.
Of course, Sticks, who better than NXT to do a fatal 4-way tag?
Who better?
What did you think of this match?
Yeah, this was a good match. I mean, 3 out of the 4 teams showed up and had some pretty good action in it. The other one was just there because, they've been running promos for him for the last month. So might as well have him there, showcase him, get a pay-per-view check, and let the fans see what the Crime Time 2.0 is going to look like.
Mhm.
This was a good match. I mean, a lot of action. Everybody got their stuff in. Tony D thought thought he was injured, comes back out, fights because he knows his boy Stacks had his back while he was in the clink. So Tony D's like, this knee injury ain't gonna help, ain't gonna hold me back from having my guys back, the underboss's back, which allowed they get a huge pop, allowed him coming back, helped secure the championships and still for the family. I gave it 7 pretzels, solid fatal 4-way. 3 out of the 4 teams stepped up, showed out. Another team was just there taking notes.
It was affirmative action. Let's be honest. No, I'm kidding. Up next, it's the Heritage Cup match. It's Noam Dar with the Metaphor versus Stallion Pete with Tyler Great. Pete wrenching the fingers in round 1. Cheap shot Jones from Noam after round ended. LaDasha and Wendy Williams helped distract as Orko attacks Pete. Noam scores first pinfall. Bitter End scores a pinfall for Pete. He put that Cholula green on that one, book. Oh, wait, that's Vic. He put that Cholula green on that one, book.
I think he still said it funny.
Hold on. Actually, it was Sriracha. That's what Book said. This is a great back and forth. These two are incredible talents. Pete put Dar out with a triangle choke, but round had ended. Noam hits Brainbuster on apron to Pete. This fight goes to the distance, round 6. By the way, Noam's spinning back elbow is way better looking than the Judas effect. Orko shenanigans continue. Tyler takes care of it. Pete hits Tyler Driver for a 2 3/4. Dar kicks out of the bitter end. Gallus attacked Tyler, distracting Pete. Joe Coffey took a massive swing, but I think he missed it completely. But
Cracker hit the ring.
Pete sold it like a champ, though. Noam pins and retains. Not a fan of that finish. It was sloppy as fuck. I gave it 5 pretzel sticks. What did you think of the Heritage Cup match?
What? That's wild.
Wow, really?
That's right.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's what makes this
Yeah.
show the show. I mean, we all have different opinions, and I mean, okay. I thought this was a good match. I mean, we knew what we were going to get with this. I mean, this was the final. I mean, this was the cup match. I mean, Stallion Pete went through the hardest part of the bracket, came out, got his shot. Noam Dar had something to prove. Good match, good back and forth. Went into the final round, little shenanigans, allowing Noam Dar to still pick up that win while still retaining that heat that he gets. I gave it 7. I thought this was good. I mean, the in-ring work of both of these guys. I mean, Stallion Pete. I mean, this man, SmackDown really doesn't know what they have with Stallion Pete. I mean, this guy, if you allowed him to even just wrestle for a singles championship on there mid-card, the man would draw ratings. He put on bangers after bangers after bangers. I mean, we've seen this in NXT before. We've seen it over the pond with this. This was another good match. I mean, he put it on with Noam Dar. Noam Dar is on him in the middle of a heater, being the Heritage Cup champion. And I mean, outside of the shenanigans, I mean, I understand why you had the 5 shenanigans, especially the one at the weigh-in ruined it, which that can happen. I mean, there's been endings of matches that have left bitter tastes in all our mouths after a match. But I thought it was a hell of a good match, so I gave it 7.
Yeah, Sticks, you know, it kind of had a bitter end to the match.
Kill yourself. Kill
You
yourself.
You know. Cesar, what did you think of the Heritage Cup match?
I thought this was a really, really great match. But you got me thinking, you old bald fuck, Sangria. Sorry. Both of you crackers don't got hair, so I got to refer to who I'm talking to. When you're right, you son bitch. That ending was pretty bad. Now, I will tell you, I will tell you, I wrote down in my notes.
What the fuck? You wrote
I
notes?
gave this. No, I didn't take notes. I wrote down my ratings in my notes because I wasn't watching it at home, so I didn't have like paper and shit to write on. I wrote down 7 in the mustard, but for that shit ending, I gotta knock him. I gotta give him 6 in the mustard. I gotta deduct the pump. The Russian judges were right. That match was a certified banger. They had back and forth. Noam Dar cheated after a match. Pete stomped on his hand after a round. They were getting it. I was about to say out the mud on some bullshit. But they were cooking. And yeah. But you gotta. It still could have been a good finish. And if you listen to the recording I sent, I was like, I don't know how Noam Dar is going to cheat his way into keeping this cut because Pete won't take it to smack it down. And of course, they played up old Joe Coffey in them. Good to the last drop, according to Booker T. I don't drink coffee. It's just disgusting.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to give it 6 in the official rating, 6 in the mustard.
Sounds good to me. Up next is 4. Oh my God, gentlemen. For the NXT Championship. Carmelo Hayes versus Ilya Dragunov. Woo! Dragunov, guns a-blazing. Melo is trying, but Dragunov is breathing fire here, man. They put like 6 ends. This is a fight. The crowd is split. Awesome story being told here. A hell of an Insurugi. Gets Melo some momentum. This is awesome, chance. The ladies have to follow this. Woo. Knockdown, drag out fight. Damn. Melo stomps the holy fuck out of Dragunov's head. The fucker won't die. Coast to coast from Dragunov into counter after counter after counter. Then Melo spiked into bottom turnbuckle. Coast to coast for a 2 9/10. Fuck. So many spots. Dragunov busted open organically. Melo kicks out of 2 H-bombs, but a super H-bomb does the trick. No pun intended. Dragunov is your new NXT champion. Another match of the year candidate for these two men. Wow. We even got sportsmanship, gentlemen. My notes did not give this match justice. Go back and watch it. Stop what you're doing if you haven't watched it, Jake. And he's not listening to this. 9 pretzels and the beer cheese. I fucking love this match. Whew. Okay. 6. What did you think?
You nailed the head. You hit the nail around the head on this one. I mean, this was an instant classic. 2 gentlemen told a story in a ring that only tug at your heartstrings, but it also left your body aching. I mean, this was a banger of a match. This was back and forth. Counters, near falls. Was the dynasty going to crumble? Was Dragunov going to go 0-2 against Melo? And off the top, out of the heavens, a bomb that hit Melo so hard that he missed. And Dragunov became the new NXT champion. Boys, I'm simpatical with you, man. I gave this 9 the beer cheese. This was a hell of a match. Like you just said, anybody watching this, we don't mind. Pause this, come back, go watch that match. I mean, for heaven's sake, I mean, we're going to talk about this probably at the end of the year. One of the 3 of us is probably going to have it as our match of the year. And we're not going to have any arguments over it. I mean, this was a hell of a match. Both guys put it out there. Both guys qualified, certified banger makers, and they went out there and they did it. This was a hell of a match. And like you said, man, the women had a tough one to follow up after this because this was beautiful. I mean, this was so awesome.
Dragunov Mello, Dijak, and
Wes.
Wes. Those four star makers. Those four have more match of the year candidates than anybody else in NXT. And by association, just by association, Braun. Just by association, not him specifically, but because he was in a match with all four of these guys, well, except for Dijak, but I digress. Cesar, what did you think of this?
Wait, what match was Braun and Wes in?
I don't know. Just talk about this match.
I'm just trying to. No, that's one of my points. I was about to say, like,
Jade, you got some homework. See if
Jade, you got some homework, you bitch. See if you can find a match with Wes and Braun that
Google
cooked up
me
this
right.
shit.
Google me right.
Google that nigga wrong. You already been right once. Yeah, no, because my point was I was about to say, like, I think Wes, Dijak, and Dragunov between fighting each other, I think have 3 match of the year candidates, and Mello has 2 from fighting those other guys. This motherfuckers is out here, bro. They out here chefing the pot. Like you I mean, so now finally when we're talking about match of the year, it's October. But those motherfuckers have by stats like that, they have had 1 match every 3 months, every quarter, that is a match of the year candidate. Like it just doesn't happen this way. Usually you get maybe 1 or 2 matches where you're like, God damn, that was the best match I've seen in a while. But these fuckers seem like every couple of months, rolling around with each other, they get a match of the year candidate. And this was one of them for Mello and Dijak. And yeah, I should have picked the Mad Dragon. I said it in the thing. Every time he challenges twice for that title, he don't lose. He'll lose to you once, but he ain't losing to your crack ass twice in a row.
I remember you saying, you're like, are they going to do that to him twice?
Yeah, like I couldn't. I said in my brain, I'm like, dang. And it's funny because the only reason I picked Mello is because usually, yeah, Mello comes around like 3 times and they get the Mello I just don't expect him to win like that. And he was getting the push for the rise up to the top. And I'm like, nah, he's there. They ain't going to start doing it to him now. But I was like, Mad Dragon fuck Gunther in that crazy ass match. And it's a funny story. Like I was with the wrestling guys down at the lake and we watched that Dragunov Luther match in the empty arena. God damn, that match was crazy. Then that second time he got his ass. And I was like, they've been playing it up like it was only trick because he accidentally hit his head on that fucking thing. I was like, is he gonna do it this time? Nah, they ain't gonna do Mello like that. The reign ain't been that long. I was like, Mello's got to get like a Braun run, right? He's got to get like at least half a Braun run. They pulled that shit on that nigga. And that damn Mad Dragon cooked his way into the title. Got his way, with the H-bomb from the top. Because that second H-bomb, I thought it was over. I was like, all right, let's go home, people. Pack this shit up. I was like, damn. And then, like, Mello kicked out. I was like, oh, Mello got this. Okay, it's a wrap. It's Mello got this. That fucking Mad Dragon, man. I also gave this 9 in the beer cheese. This was a phenomenal match. This was super, super, super great. Just good old-fashioned wrestling. They went out. Did they go outside? They went outside a little bit. Yeah, he died on the apron and shit, but not really too much. With some fuckery out there. But, man, when they were in that ring, them dudes are magical. That was great. It was great.
That's such good shit, pal.
It was good shit. It's still real to me, damn it.
The main event, oh man, I would have told Shawn Michaels I had my period or something, but can we do this tomorrow night? Because the women had to follow this up. It was an Extreme Rules match for the NXT Women's Championship. It was the man, Becky Lynch, versus Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany's gear looking extra good tonight. Too much makeup, but body rocking them nuts too. Becky with the shopping cart uses hard hat to headbutt and gut check. Fighting the risers, Becky gets a chain from a dude in the crowd and uses it.
A hood nigga.
shout out to APPW, Tiffy with the stairs. I'm always gonna think about APPW knowing they fucking go over the stairs. Tiffany's cut open organically. Tiffy toolbox time, wrench, crowbar, chain, but misses with the hammer. Becky shoves Tiff in the shopping cart, rams her into the stairs. Becky dumps a bag of Barbies. Okay. Throws them at Tiffany. Trash can lid shield. This was the low point of the match. Becky locks in the armbar, and we get to see the prettiest camel toe ever from Tiffany. This match started out fire, but is getting sloppy by the second. The delayed fire extinguisher didn't help. Practice Bex with the barbed wire bat. We get in a preview of future Tiffany's OnlyFans with these ass shots. Cameraman of the year. Tiffany swantons Becky partially through the table on the outside. Manhandle slam on the outside. Missed prettiest moonsault ever into manhandle slam on chairs. Becky retains. I gave it a respectable 7 pretzels because of the ass shots. But Cesar, what did you think? I mean, they were doomed following fucking Dragunov and Mello, but they put up an effort. What'd you think?
Yeah, they were definitely doomed by following Mello and them, but I enjoyed this. I think I enjoyed this match more than you did.
After my refractory period, I was like, I can move on.
Understandable. But no, I actually enjoyed this match. Yeah, the delayed reaction and shit, that's always gonna crack me up. But you know what I can appreciate? I can appreciate when these bitches is willing to eat stuff like the men. When they're willing to eat them ladders, when they're willing to throw on the tables. I mean, literally, you cannot safely sell a swanton on a table. You know, because even if she'd have crushed her through it, you're hitting the pad and the steel outside. Yeah, you can tell they were a little, I don't know, I guess what, a little gassed at the end. Yeah, the delayed, Becky should have peeked her head down more for the delayed reaction. But overall, for what it was, an Extreme Rules match, I feel like the ladies cooked up some carnage. Someone needs to tell, well, someone actually probably did tell Tiffany how to hold brass knuckles because she was looking like a real idiot in the beginning. Had him upside down. Becky borrowed the hood nigga chain and beat her ass up some stairs. Shout out to the hood nigga, the industry plant. We all know he's a plant. But yeah, I know I gave it an 8. Thought it was good. I thought it was real good. It was entertaining as well as wrestling, but yeah, come on, son. You ain't going. You got to follow up Mello and Dragunov. I thought it was a good follow-up. If any other match would have happened after Mello and Dragunov, since they weren't main eventing, that match would have flopped. To say the least. Like, you needed that carnage and that stuff to get that match over the way that it did. But the ladies came up there and showed out. I mean, in my honest opinion, that's 2 for 2 for Becky with hardcore matches. That cage match with Trish was great. And then at a PLE, and then this match with Tiffany, I thought was great. At this PLE, just proving why she's the man and why she's walking around while the man's always around. So, yeah, I thought it was an 8. Thought it was a good match.
Well, Sticks, you know what I appreciated the most during this whole match was that Tiffany was busted open legit. Like, she didn't blade or anything. And she's the one who is vain. You know, she's all about vanity, and she got busted open. So she must have been extra devastated. I don't know if you saw her black eye on Twitter after the next following day. But Sticks, what did you think of this main event Extreme Rules match?
I thought the women did a good job of following up. I mean, they came out hot right out the gates. I mean, they towards the end you lost a little steam, but I mean, when you're coming out hot like that, at some point you're gonna run out of gas. So I agree with Cesar. I enjoyed this match. I gave it an 8. And like he said, when the women are willing to fucking eat these blows, like give it their all in taking the shots, eating the weapons, all that stuff. I mean, that just adds a little bit more into it. I thought this was a huge breakout for Tiffany Stratton. I mean, main event. How are you going to look good in a main event match while also taking the loss? And she looked like a fucking champ taking this. I mean, she's showing why they believe in her and why they see her as a future women's champion and a women's superstar. I mean, she shined in this match. And like Cesar said, Becky second straight extreme rules match, gimmick match, one of the anything goes match. She knocked it out of the park. I mean, outside the bobble with the fire extinguisher, I mean, that's going to be the one thing that obviously we're going to remember from this. But I mean, outside of that, she did a good job. I mean, bringing her down here to wrestle some of the younger up and coming talents. I mean, that's a lot to do. I mean, she's a standard bearer. She's already proven. So you're always worried if some of these women might try to go into business for themselves to try to make themselves look good against an established person. But I mean, both these women went out here and looked really good. And I thought Tiffany came out shining better than Becky did. But I mean, that's what she needs to do to establish herself. And I thought they did a good job of following themselves up. So I gave it 8.
Overall, gentlemen, NXT always hits it out of the park with their PLAs, and I always say it's quality over quantity, which we're about to talk about the opposite of. So we'll be right back with some more wrestling talk. It's Sunday night.
Oh God!
And you know what that means.
JR's drunk.
Yeah, and it's time for a brand new pay-per-view from old Skeets. It's called Wrestle Dream. Started. 0 hour begins. I didn't catch any of the first match. It was I've caught the end. 8-person mixed tag. A slimmer looking Keith Lee. The faces win. I'm just gonna go through the whole show. Claude versus Josh Barnett. Mox on commentary. Internet connection is terrible. This is a sad preview. This is a sad preview of things to come for me. Claude and Josh trade many holds. Mox screams on commentary. This is the John Moxley match where I didn't like him on commentary. Claude pins Josh. The only one hyped about this is Mox. Luchasaurus versus Nick Wayne. The moms and crowd. Chokeslams Wayne out of the ring onto apron. Looked rough. Classic beating in front of Mother move here. Luchasaurus wins with a lariat to the back of Wayne's head. The Acclaim to Daddy Ass versus TMDK. Trios Championship. Acclaim win. Didn't pay much attention to this one. Sticks, do you have any comments? And me and Cesar did not rate these pre-show.
I rated them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, some shit. Sticks, what did you think of the first 4 pre-show matches of this shit?
I mean, there's not much more to add to what you just said. So I mean, I think they said it was. I think that when I jumped on to watch it, I didn't watch the stuff live because I work overnights and I was sleeping. So on my day off. So when I jumped on to watch the replay, I saw, I think like the 0 hours, a little over 2 hours. So an
hour of it was just talking.
Yes, like
but
always.
It was Stokes talking.
That's what kept me in it. That's what kept me in it. One of the board guys, Stokes, one of the Ring of Honor board of trustees, kept me in it. That's only a highlight if you really wanted to watch the over 2 hours of 0 hour was our boy Stokes cooking. So outside that, I mean, just a bunch of guys and gals showing up and getting pay-per-view checks. So congratulations to them on that.
Sticks 316.
Yeah, that's right.
Cesar, pre-show thoughts.
I'm gonna give you the rundown. Claudio, trash, but it's Claudio. I like Claudio. 8-man tag, some shit. Luchasaurus, drizzling shit. Acclaim, scissored some shit. Yay, daddy ass. That's what I wrote.
That 5 minutes of talking is all it deserved. And now the main show begins, gentlemen. It's for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. MJF, a one-man army defending them versus the Righteous. MJF cuts promo on Fat Boy and White Guy with dreads. He wants to hit body slam on Fat Boy. Tries and fails. Gets back rub from Chick. Some dudes try but get swatted. Even the security swatted. MJF wants to shove Dreadhead up Fat Boy's ass. Vincent mocked Adam Cole's gimmick, baby. Someone in the crowd shouted, "Take a shower." I don't know if you guys caught that. That made me laugh. Vincent tries to shatter MJF's leg with a chair and 2x2. MJF handful of crotch to stop him. Taz says that's a 5-on-2 situation. Body slam Jones to Fat Boy. Shoves Vincent's head up Fat Boy's ass. Kangaroo kick. Heat seeker. Feet on the ropes for the retain. I gave it an entertaining 5 pretzels. Cesar, what did you think of the first match of Wrestle Dream?
Oh yeah. Of course, start out with MJ Fizz. Yeah, getting his back rubbed by some hoe in the crowd. Yeah, that's what I remember. Yeah, he said he was gonna bite, slam the fat dude. He was gonna shove his head up his ass. He did all that cracker shit. Crowd hot for the kangaroo kick. Hit a mean heat seeker on Fat Boy. Yeah, got the dub, and then pretty much rolled out, keeping the tag team championships active between him and Adam Cole, baby. Oh, I gave it a 5.
Sticks, what the disrespect to Vincent. I mean, from where he came from with the wars with Taven and shit, to make him just look like a complete joke here. What did you think of this first match?
Yeah, like you said, to go from Ring of Honor to Tony Skeet's, his version of Ring of Honor, which isn't wrestling, it's a white ring on his desk, and the honor is seeing how fast he can get that booger sugar up that nose.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you guys. I gave it 5 for the MJF entertainment factor. I don't watch the new Ring of Honor very much. If not, I don't watch it at all. But like you said, I mean, the disrespect that we're seeing for Vincent and him as a wrestler, like you said, the wars he's had with Taven. I mean, even if you want to go further back, just how like what they're doing now kind of tarnishes like what Ring of Honor was back in the day, like when Vincent was even teaming with Taven when they were the Kingdom. Now we have this new version of the Kingdom of Bennett and Taven, and I mean I don't know if you want to have Roddy in it or not, but I mean,
Sure.
I would have liked to see if you're. This is what happens when a little kid has his daddy's black card. You go on a spending spree and then you just don't know what the fuck to do. And you were building up like they talked about with Vincent and Dutch, they beat the Hardys. That's a legit victory. The Hardys are an established team. They're an established tag team. They have accolades. You talked about them in this shadow, in this light, and then they go out there and you have them lose to, I mean, I know it's MJF, AEW champion, one half of the Ring of Honor tag team champions, but you have them lose to just one guy. And you allowed him to do what he said he was going to do. You shove the dude's head up another dude's ass.
And body slammed the fat guy.
And body slammed the big guy.
And then still cheated to win.
Yeah. I mean, you just devalued a tag team. I don't know how prominent of a tag team in Ring of Honor, but you just devalued a tag team in Ring of Honor to put over one of your bigger superstars in a handicap match. So, I mean,
in a different universe, if they would have did that to the Hardys, fucking Jeff Hardy would have got wasted after the show and swerved when he drove. And fucking Matt Hardy would just quit and like actually join APBW and help me book the show. Like it would be such disrespect, but I digress. Up next, it's the Ring of Honor and Strong champion, your mother, Eddie Kingston, versus Shibata.
Redeem these nuts.
Shibata with the submission game. Welcome to Eddie's Chop Shop. Eddie welcomes punishment. Shibata could sell a little better here. Come on. Anyways, Eddie wins with the powerbomb pin. I gave it 4 pretzels. Sticks, what'd you think?
I thought this was a decent.
You gave it less than MJF?
4 pretzels. Sticks, go ahead.
I thought it was a decent match. I mean, this was a good back and forth. Both guys I mean, they did pretty good. I mean, we don't watch Sabata enough on Ring of Honor, but I mean, we know Eddie. We've seen your mother.
Your mother.
At Kingston. We know he can perform. And I thought him and Shibata put on a pretty good match. I like the back and forth. I like the hard hitting, the mat wrestling that these guys did. I gave it 5. I mean, I thought it was a good match, and I thought it was a good follow up to the opener.
Gotta admit, this wasn't wowing me. I was on my phone most of the time. It was kind of a paint by numbers Eddie versus Chinese guy match, Eddie versus Japan guy match, Eddie versus Asian guy match. So, didn't reinvent the wheel. Cesar, what did you think of this match?
I also gave it a 5. Yeah, I agree with you that Shibata doesn't like sell as much, but I think that's his whole shtick. So because I mean, any match I've seen him in AEW, he doesn't really sell shit. So I figured that's his stick. So I figured that's just how they're gonna roll. But yeah, it didn't wow me, but I didn't think it was worse than the match I saw before. I thought it was equally as bad or good, as whatever you want to call it. So I gave it a 5.
I think they're like, I think Eddie Kingston made a list of his dream opponents, and Tony Skeets is doing a line and coke. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Well, I mean, like it's what they say. You have 100% complete freedom over there, and so you don't know whether that shit's going to be good or not. But he'll be like, okay.
For the TBS Championship, it's Buttlander. Whoa. Versus Julia Hart with no knees. Tony Schiavone joins commentary. Julia Hart has improved since the last I sat through one of her matches. Still a C-, but up from an F+. No Knees shouts at Buttlander as Julia loads up on Black Skeet. Buttlander slaps the skeet out her mouth. Julia able to hit her moonsault, but Buttlander foot on the ropes. Buttlander able to reverse Julia's submission into 2 tombstones for the retain. I gave it 3 pretzels and a boop. Cesar, what did you think of the TBS Championship match?
I ain't gonna lie, I was on TikTok the whole time.
I don't blame you.
So I give it 1 probably 9-minute TikTok.
Sticks, your thoughts?
Yeah, I drifted in and out of paying attention to this. I was also on my phone. I believe I was checking my FanDuel bets at this moment of the card. So I will give it the 2 bets that I won on the NFL Sunday that out of like the team that I lost. So yeah.
So I will say it took me 5 days to watch this pay-per-view because I watched it an hour at a time. I told Mangria
that's actually impressive. It only took 5 days.
Yeah, I told Mangria this. So like I got back home Monday and I was just exhausted from the weekend. So Tuesday is when I watched the pre-show. Wednesday, I think I watched NXT in an hour. Thursday, I think I watched an hour before work. Friday, I didn't do shit at all. Saturday, I watched the 3rd hour. And then this morning on Sunday, I watched the last hour. Yeah, it was about 5 days.
These pay-per-views are way too long. Bucks versus the Lucha Bros versus the Guns versus Orange Cassidy and Hook. Hook making all kinds of wrong tattoo decisions.
Of course.
We get a more aggressive Orange Cassidy here. Phoenix shoulder fucked. Guns try to pin each other to win. A Northern Lights off by Hook and Matt Jackson. Phoenix out. Hook makes Austin tap, but he wasn't legal. Matt 450 onto both. Penta Fear Factor Widow's Peak onto both Hook and Orange Cassidy. What the fuck? The Bucks pin Penta? That's gay. Even crowd is disappointed. I gave it 4 pretzels just because Phoenix was there for a brief amount of time. Sticks, what did you think of this shit?
Yeah, I gave it 4. I mean, there's a lot of action, but I mean, it's AEW. I mean, there's going to be a lot of action in these tag team matches. I was totally surprised. I didn't think the Bucks were going to win, especially after Matt Nick getting that international shot. But I mean, hey, AEW, they like to throw a little surprises here and there. It was an okay. Was that?
I said the wrong surprises, unlike WWE.
Yeah. But I mean, we just talked about a fatal four-way tag team match and how 3 out of the 4 teams showed up, the other one was just there. This was a fatal four-way match that they should have had 4 different teams, but hey, I mean, you had to get these guys pay-per-view checks, like you said. So I just gave it 4 for the number of teams that were in this match.
I gotta say, I'm softening up on the guns. They're a little more entertaining as of late.
Right?
But
Right?
Yes, Cesar, what did you think about this four-way tag?
I'm gonna tell you, gentlemen. I looked at this phone. I wrote the match and I wrote numbers and stuff. I literally wrote four-way tag match. And that was it.
Ready, up next.
I can't tell you. I only told you when I watch it. Bro, if I was watching that night, I forgot to rate it.
I don't care because that match was.
And I think how odd is this? We all picked a different team except the fucking Guns, and they won that shit. That's just too ignorant.
Sticks and I picked Orange Cassidy and Hook.
Did you? Wait, did you?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I thought you would have picked one.
You picked
I know I gave an explanation.
Yeah.
On why I think I picked the Guns.
You did, yeah. You picked.
Yeah. I gave an explanation of why I thought the other teams wouldn't win because, it was like Ray Phoenix has the international championship, so he's not gonna have 2 belts.
That's what I said.
The Guns, not the Guns. The Young Cucks just fought FTR, and I was like, well, they're just gonna run that back. That's stupid. And then and Hook obviously has the FTW championship. And Orange Cassidy's on this thing where I need a championship, but that he's just gonna keep doing that.
I think
I was like, it's the Guns. That would have been a better, and they're also feuding with FTR in them. They hate them.
I chose Orange Cassidy and Hook because they're like the undefeatables. Like if they had a tag team name, it would be undefeatable. These motherfuckers have lost once. Each of them has lost once in the past year.
In the past year. Yeah, in the past.
It was like a Cesar picking Braun NXT PLE or
No, it's like me picking Stang and Darby in a fucking tag
it was
match.
For sure. I thought this was my free space on the bingo card. Boy, was I wrong. Up next, it's in their hometown, huh? Hangman's got his nameplates back versus Swerve.
Stop, bro. Catch him by. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Zachary. You know you love that shit.
Of course, Nana dances. Cesar gets the fucking point. Crowd hot for Swerve. Hangman sucks chance. Swerve on point tonight. Hangman impressive as well. Swerve stomp. I love that fucking house call kick. It's one of my favorite finishers. Gets a 2 3/4. The effortless transitions into moves from Swerve are so damn good. Hangman hits a dead eye on the steps, hand biting. Swerve attacks Hangman's lariat arm. Swerve stomp on apron, 450 on his arm. Hangman hits a buckshot lariat. Nana puts Swerve's foot on the rope. Ref distracted. Swerve hits Hangman with Nana's crown for a near fall. And then we get back-to-back house call kicks and a JML driver. Swerve wins. Very good match. Swerve, such a star. Hangman, he's cool. He's our favorite drunk, but Swerve, he swerves when he drives. I gave it 6 pretzels with the mustard. Cesar, what'd you think of this?
A disrespect. This match cooked. Wait, you gave the 6 pretzels in the what?
6 pretzels in the mustard.
And I know you're gonna hate this. You're gonna hate this for me.
No way.
You're gonna hate this for me.
No way. Get the fuck out of here.
This is the best match of the night.
I mean, it was good, but
no.
Come on.
This was a pure.
Hey, Swerve is the man.
Swerve is the man. Swerve is the man. Hangman is no longer my favorite drunk.
What?
He is my favorite AEW drunk. He is no longer my favorite drunk.
I get it.
There are 2 men, 2, who are my favorite drunks.
Oh, man.
And them motherfuckers know how to drink drinks. I'm sorry. They don't drink drinks. They're fancy. they drink libations. Okay. Yay.
Yay.
And they bark at announcers and then laugh at themselves after they did it. Oh God, that presser was so good. I still have it saved. Gentlemen, we don't get a match like this in ATW often. Well, I mean, I guess sometimes we do, but that's when the two guys want to wrestle each other. But storyline wise, for like such a quick build and whatever, this match cooked. Okay. I'm sorry. This was some pure good stuff. This is why we were a fan of Swerve, though, when he was in NXT. Because Swerve can have great matches. And we all know the tripod's favorite AEW drunk. Well, my favorite AEW drunk. I don't know about the tripod's favorite. They have, they can talk about their favorite drunk, whatever they want.
Well, I don't know. Jeff Hardy. No.
Look, do-rag Jeff with the Jamaican food. I digress. But top rope catch a vibe with Prince Nana. My man was on fire that night. He was on fire this night. And I know, Sangria, what match you're going to give your beer cheese to. And I did not disrespect it.
Okay. Sting versus no.
Yeah, you fuck. But to me, I gave this match 8 in the beer cheese.
Okay.
This was my favorite match of the night.
This
For
is
our two guys.
You did take notes on, right?
I didn't take notes, but I thoroughly put the phone down and I watched the shit out of this match.
It's the Cesar put the phone down match of the night.
Yeah, you damn right. I damn near put it on vibrate and threw it across the room. Because when I saw the nameplate, I was like, hold on. Oh, Hangman's back. And then then my man came out hitting that real shit. Yeah. And I was like, okay. They're gonna do something. But after like 5 minutes of that match, I was like, no, they actually are gonna do something. Like you said, setting up the arm, focusing on it. Who doesn't love that house call? It's almost RKO-ish to where when he pulls that house call out of nowhere when he's just doing stuff, and it looks clean every single time. It's so clean. And the only great thing they did about the stomp is that he hit it through Keith Lee through center block. So it's like you're saying, his kicks are more powerful than other people, and people are selling them. They're actually, deliberately laying down for all of them. I thought it was a great match. I thoroughly enjoyed this match. This was like, finally, the pay-per-view has started. So that's why I had to rate it higher.
3.5 hours in. Now we begin.
Yeah, now we Tony, you awake? Them lines got you? You up now? Oh, you up. Okay, you up. Yeah, it's like hitting that drunk girl 215. You up? You up? Because I'm about that business. Business was here.
And you're in when she texts back, yeet. No, Sticks, the best house call kick ever, by the way, was when he hit that shit on Darby off the steps on the outside. But Sticks, what did you think? I mean, Swerve versus Hangman with your favorite dance partner, Prince Nana. What did you think?
Gentlemen, Meatloaf had a song that went a little something like 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Well, I agree with Cesar totally on this. This was the match that I thought was the best match on the whole card.
You're out of your fucking mind.
Oh, hell no. Both these guys, Swerve had a reason. Swerve wanted what the spot Hangman had. He wanted everything that was given to Hangman. He was going to earn it. He was tired of sitting in the back. He was tired of, he shed that dead weight that was Keith Lee a while back here. Now he's a mogul, and he's got an embassy. He's got an embassy behind him, and he has a hype man and Prince Nana. That not only hypes him up, but he gets the crowd in it. Like you said, he worked on that arm, took away the lethal, the power behind the buckshot, and the man, those two house call kicks. Woo! Poetry in motion. Put it in paint a picture of that. Like Don Callis, every time he comes out, he has that faux painting of him and takes shit on the screen. Somebody, Tony Skeets, wake up Da Vinci, rip fucking Bob Ross's corpse out of there. Have him paint Swerve hitting that house call, kick on that. Put that on there. Boys, this was a hell of a good match. Both guys wanted it. Swerve wanted it more. I agree with Cesar. I gave it 8 in the freaking beer cheese. This was so good.
You know what I would love is if they fight again and there's a double turn. Fucking Swerve turns face and Hangman turns heel. I think that would be pretty cool.
But he's with the Elite now on them bitch asses.
I hope not for long. Cesar, I told Cesar that Nick Jackson was ROH Trios Tag Champ. He goes, "What the fuck?"
So yeah, when we talked earlier this week, and the Bucks came out and they had those belts on, I was like, "What fucking belts did they win? And when did they win them?" And he was, McGregor was like, "The Trios Tag Champions." I was like, "Wait, who?" He was like, "Hangman." And I was like, "Oh, I haven't got there yet."
my girlfriend said the same thing when she saw I think it was Jackson came out when he wrestled for that spot for the international. She's like, "What fucking championship does he have?" I was like, "Trios." With who? His brother and Hangman. When did that happen? I was like, did you not watch like the last 2 pay-per-views in like the last 2 weeks that they just did? I mean,
you know I don't watch Collision. That's like Ron Burgundy. He doesn't speak Spanish.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Yeah.
Up next, it's our boy, Absolute Ricky Stocks versus the Fortune Cookie. The Unfortunate Cookie. Wheeler Yuta. Okay, this is where Mox joins commentary and
was cooking. Yeah, this is where he was good.
JR and Mox were on commentary.
Oh, classic.
Charisma may help pay the bills, but it doesn't win matches, Moxley said. Mox fined for foul language, but that doesn't stop him. Ricky whooping up on the whipping boy of the BCC. JR calls Ricky hot. Mox calls him pretty. Big Billy out. Altercation between Yuta and Bill sees Yuta shoving Billy into a post. Thank God I didn't have to get up. It's my day off, Mox says. Ricky wins with a Rochambeau. Because of Ricky and Mox's commentary, this got a 4 pretzel sticks. What did you think about this match?
Yeah. Absolute out here making Wheeler, making him look like taking him from a shitty sugar cookie to a decent fortune cookie. Between Absolute out here doing work in the ring and Mox. The only thing missing was if Mox could have had a couple of the Moscow Mules with JR. If they just showed them kicking back on the fucking announce table. I mean, he was already kicking back as it was. But if you could have had a fucking Moscow, both him and JR just sitting there fucking Moscowed up, just calling the match. Nigel and fucking Excalibur, just take a back seat. You boys go hit catering. Mm-hmm. We got this. Just make sure
find Taz. Go find Taz. Don't bring us more fuel.
Just make sure the servers are still sending out the Moscow Mules. We got this. We got those 2 factors. I mean, yeah, it made it a 4 for me. I mean, this match was thrown together, I think, somewhat quick, but I mean, Absolute's gonna make it work. He's not gonna give you some shit, but he's gonna give you something decent. And I mean, I think 4 is decent enough for the man to show up. I mean, he got a pay-per-view check, so man out here putting work. And we got Mox on commentary, so he finally, he hit out of the park with this one. And Those two factors though made it a pretty decent match.
You know, it could have happened on accident because JR and Mox are sitting at the same table. Mox could have been watching the match, grab fucking JR's cup on accident, be like, "Oh man, this is a good."
Oh, you damn well
Oh,
know.
shit.
You damn well know that Tony Skeets had somebody out there watching. And as soon as the Mox would have grabbed it,
Cup
he would have
wrangler.
came running in and like,
Yeah,
oh no,
slapped it
no.
out his hand.
Fucking
Yeah.
cup wrangler there. Caesar, your Dolphins won. So what the fuck you watching? What are your thoughts on this match?
Fantasy football shit. I got people on the Niners who are cooking right now.
The game's
And
still
fuck
up.
Dallas.
Who's
What?
winning?
Oh, the Niners are beating the shit out of Dallas.
Good.
And they're about to get a touchdown.
Ricky versus Yuta. What'd you think?
Good shit. Just some Ricky. Wheeler still shit. But yeah. Come on, you know you gotta put Ricky, man. He's the face of Collision. I mean, I'll never watch it, but he's the face of Collision. I'll try, Ricky. I'll try, man. But come on, man. It's Saturday nights, man. I mean,
it's all right for fighting.
I guess. I mean, you know, I'm usually trying to get lit, man. You know what I'm saying? Or playing the PlayStation. I gotta do something. Yeah, the funny shit between JR and Mox, especially when Ricky was on the top ropes doing his little humpy shit with the arm, and JR saying that Ricky, he's just so hot. And Mox was like, yeah, I don't know whether to punch him in the face or, you know, hold him tightly or something. I was like, nigga, your wife is listening. Like, are you talking about sleeping with another man on live TV?
We're gonna get another Bang Bang Gang if they don't watch it.
Is that like if John Moxley says, like, you know, he's like, Renee gives him a hall pass and he gives Renee a hall pass and they both say Ricky Starks, like they get to have a threesome. Like I was like, I know Mox is trying to be funny, but he on some shit right now. I think he had some libations in the back waiting for this match to start.
Mox
but
skewers in his head.
Yeah. They messed up his brain chemistry, bro. I gave it 6. I gave it 6 in the salt just for Ricky.
Wow.
You know, it's Ricky, man. Anytime I get to see Ricky, because I'm not watching Collision, let's be honest, I'm down for it. Apparently, I missed Ricky getting some gold. Maybe we'll talk about that later. I don't know. But
you know,
yeah. But yeah, I gave it 6 and I kept it pushing. It's Ricky. I was still hyped from the Swerve match, so I didn't get on my phone because it was Ricky. So I was, you know, I was just, you know, good to see Ricky getting on the PLE and getting a dub. And like I said, I always like it. I mean, face Ricky's good. Heel Ricky's better.
Always. Up next, Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack Sabre cracker.
Welcome to Technical Mania. Counter after counter after counter after counter. Mox actually contributing to commentary. He was funny in the Yuta Ricky match too. Bryan frothing at the mouth, loving every second of this. Commentary doing a great job explaining Bryan's wrist bolt situation. I was unaware of it. Zack knows it too. Target acquired. Zack reveling in his attacks to the arm. Bryan murders Zack's legs. This match has been so good, I barely noticed Tranny Manson haunting the ring. Standing ovation, and match has not ended. This is indeed awesome. These two know counters to every single move. Spit in Zack's face, slapping, booting. Zack with the ultimate rings of Saturn. I don't give a fuck what he calls it. I call it that. Fuck you. Bryan survives. Running knee gets a 2 3/4. Second one does the trick. Holy shit, Mox shouts. No sportsmanship. Don't hug Tranny. Come on. Of course, there's no way this was beating Dragunov versus Mello, but I did give it an 8 respectable pretzels with the beer cheese of the night from yours truly, Caesar. Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre. JR.
Yes. Was this a good, clean, technical match? Of course it was. Fucking Nigel and Mox during this match, I think, were the better two. Just like JR and Mox were great in the match before. Because even Mox had to say, he was like, Nigel, this is good. Back and forth between you. We don't even need these two other guys. We can keep it going because Nigel was so hard up for Zack Sabre Crocker and Mox, obviously, with his boy Bryan Danielson.
Well, yeah, he was Zack Sabre had him in a hole, and you hear Nigel yelling at him, Brett Daniel, tap, you got a wife and kids.
It's a home, yeah. Tap. Yeah, so good. Yeah, you're right. The reversals were crazy. It was hold after hold after hold, even pin after pin after pin after pin. Zach taking the Pete Dune, snapping the fingers, trying to get on this. You know why this didn't get my beer cheese sangria? I'm gonna tell you why. It's kind of like how you said the ending was bad on the tag team match. They just kept repeating, this is Bryan Danielson's retirement run, and he's going to wrestle the guys he wanted to wrestle. And for some reason, I put that in my head as, well, he's going to win all these because he has complete freedom. Like, does Zack Sabre Jr. need a win over Bryan Danielson in his career? No, because he came in with a championship and it wasn't on the line. So I was like, oh, well, then Bryan's going to win. Because Bryan probably doesn't want a championship that he's going to have to, like, write himself to lose because this is, like, his last year in his contract, or maybe last 2 years. So to go in, as we are, we're super marks for this shit. We have podcasts about it, and we think a certain way. And for me going in knowing that, all right, this is going to be a really good match where Bryan's going to win eventually. Because, and then even still, I'm like, Bryan beat Okada. So he's going to win.
Broken fucking arm.
With a broken, one armed, he beat Okada. Okay, it took Kenny 5 years to beat Okada once. And Bryan's going to do it. Bryan did it on his first try with a broken arm. Kind of took the sail out of the winds, man. Like, yeah, I'm going to enjoy the ride. But I'm just like, it's predictable. And yeah, I even picked him in the comments because I'm just like, it's the reason I hate Cody. Cody's always going to win. He's always going to win. He's like the new Super Cena. He's always going to win.
Not at Mania.
And that takes well, not at Mania. Well, that's Roman Reigns. That's Trump Cheek, girl. Come on, son. But he beat Seth with a broken arm and a broken fucking shit up here. And Bryan beat Okada. And yeah, I mean, I didn't expect Cody to win, but I didn't expect him to have that presser, and he can have all those pressers he wants.
I didn't go into it like that because Bryan has put so many young talent over. I didn't go into this match expecting Bryan to win. I understand what you're saying. Like, he did the whole spiel of, I promised my daughter I'm over. I don't know why I gave him a Southern accent. I promised my daughter.
Because that nigga from Seattle. He's a West Coast guy. You're talking your regular voice.
Rootin' tootin' daughter of mine, I promised her one more year, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to retire. So I'm not really seeing this as a bucket list run. I'm seeing this as this is going to be an excellent match, and Bryan's not afraid to put someone over. That's how I went into this match, because I didn't necessarily believe Bryan was going to win this match, because there were points of this match where I was like, oh my God, Zach's going to fucking kill him. Zach is killing Bryan right now, and he still pulled through. But I understand what you mean. I understand. But like I said, my point. But Sticks,
But honestly, I didn't give it a rating. But honestly, I gave it a 7 in the mustard. I thought this was really good. Like I said, I didn't disrespect it. It was a 7 in the mustard. I gave Hangman and Swerve 8 in the beer cheese. So right there. If I didn't think of it, that match in that way, I probably could have given this match the beer cheese. I would have swapped those, things, because I thought both of those matches were the best matches of the night. Then third is, the legend himself. But I did give those two matches the highest ratings I did of the night. But for some reason, I just went into it like, nah, it's a retirement tour. Because I'm thinking of it like CM Trash should have came in there putting over talent, and he smoked everybody and won the title multiple times. And I'm like, why would that not give Brian that same freedom if you wanted to? Yes, maybe like you're supposed to put over talent on your way out. Like your last match, sure, I get that. But on your retirement run, why not be like, yo, I'm one of the greats. And if I have the opportunity, I'm gonna beat who I can, but have such phenomenal matches you think they're gonna win. But I'm gonna find a way because I'm the best.
Well, nobody said this feud is over. I don't know.
Right. Nobody did. No, you were.
Oh, they showed Brian's post match where he was getting emotional, and he said he won with a knockout. He didn't win with the technical, so he might.
And Nigel said that. Nigel said that too. So he said Zach can still say he's the best technical wrestler because Brian won with the Bushido knee versus. And I believe this is how their first match probably would have went if Brian didn't get injured when they put Claudio in
Forbidden Door.
Right. But then even still think about then Claudio came in and got the win. So Zack Sabre Crack is 0-2 on AEW television.
Well, let's hope Brian and Zach get to do it one more time. But Sticks, what did you think of this incredible technical masterpiece?
I thought it was a great match. Unfortunately, like what Cesar said, I kind of had the same mindset going in. It's like this guy, Brian beat Okada with one arm. And I just didn't see how he was going to lose to Zack Sabre. I mean, I wasn't going to take away that it was going to be a great match, that Zack Sabre wasn't going to make him, suffer and go through it and earn it. But I mean, it was going to be very hard for Brian not to win this after what he did with Okada. With that being said, it was still a great match. Great technical wrestling. Both guys, counters for counters. Zack Sabre Jr., I mean, this guy, a lot of people don't like the technical wrestling. They like to see flashier moves, all that stuff mixed in with some technical wrestling. I think Zack Sabre Jr. is one of the most underrated people, one of the most underrated performers in wrestling. That's one of the good things about AEW is that they have given him a platform to be able to come and show it on TV. I mean, even if you gotta dish out $50, or if you gotta, find a nice little stream here and there to be able to get it to save the bucks. However you watch it, I hope that you have gotten a new respect for Zack Sabre Jr. to see that he is a technical darling. This guy is great over in New Japan. New Japan, unfortunately, not very many people get eyes on it, but allowing them having the partnership with AEW allows them to bring people over like Zach to be able to have matches like this with Brian. With all that being said, I was simpatical of Cesar. 7 and the mustard. Great match. And Zack Sabre still can hang his hat on saying that he's the best technical wrestler because Brian didn't win with a submission or a technical move. I mean, he won with the boost with the knees. So, I mean, will we get a third match? Will we get another match? Maybe, hopefully, sometime down the road. I don't know. I mean, it depends on how jam-packed Brian's retirement tour schedule is, and if he can stay healthy. That's the other thing. I mean, like you said, they talked about the screws and stuff in his wrist. Hopefully his body can hold up to get through this retirement tour. But I mean, that's going to be in the back of all our heads. It's like, is his body going to hold up for this? And hopefully we don't lose him during this tour.
10 Cunts would have had an aneurysm calling this match, by the way.
Yeah.
Also, my favorite
busted in that
from the CWC way back in the day was Zack Sabre Jr. versus Cedric Alexander. That was the best cruiserweight classic match of the entire tournament.
No, Cedric Alexander and Kota Ibushi might have topped it.
That might be the one I'm thinking of.
yeah. No, but Cedric Alexander had a great match.
Yeah. I think that's the one.
And Brian was on commentary for both. Yeah. But I think that, because remember, Cedric Alexander and Kota Ibushi is when they were like, bring Cedric back. Because he got fired, I think, and Triple H actually came out there and grabbed Cedric Alexander and took him in the back, and he got the he actually got the contract to stay with WWE.
Up next, Jericho, Kenny, and Ibushi, speak of the devil, versus Don Callis family. Fuck you, Callis chants. Tranny Manson continues to ruin my night. Taz back on commentary gets headset hijacked by Sammy. He said this ref sucks, so I'm rooting for Sammy now.
Of course.
Exactly. Some of the best wrestlers in the world, and I have zero interest in this.
Facts.
The heels win. I gave it an NFT pretzel. Sticks, what did you think of this horrific piece of garbage?
Yeah, I mean, on paper, you had 6 wrestling, well, 5 wrestling, well, I mean, 4-ish wrestling all-stars in one match. And in typical AETW form, it wasn't great.
Nope.
So with that being said, I gave it 2 in the salt dandruff.
Very kind, Cesar.
Yeah, I also gave it a 2 for the 2 times Sammy Guevara got on commentary and Taz at the end of it. I'll put you over, Sammy. I'll put you over, Sammy.
Yeah.
And then talked about Sammy Guevara and then said, "Oh, you're not done? No, I'm not done. No. I'll put you over, Sammy. I'll put you over." I gave it 2 for Sammy and Taz, and the rest was, hold on, like McGree likes to say when he is about something he's passionate about. Some shit.
I bet you this looked good on paper. But
It looked so good on paper.
The execution,
Will Ospreay,
nah.
You had Will Ospreay, you had Kenny,
Ibushi,
and you had
Ibushi, take a shit up.
Ibushi.
Sammy
Who
Guevara.
cares about take a shit up?
Yeah.
You had Sammy Guevara and old Jericho. Okay,
Dad
there's the 4.56 talking about, no 4. Yeah, but you had that on paper, and then the best parts is when Sammy's on commentary.
Any hating on Tranny Manson gets a
any hating on Tranny Manson. That gets
a thumbs up for me.
Sidebar, just that part.
Yep.
Can get some beer
Up
cheese.
next, the AEW Tag Team Championships are on the line. FTR versus Aussie Open. Dax and Davis chopped the holy fuck out of each other. Smash mouth, hard-hitting tag match. This match better in quality, whereas the match versus Better Than You, Baby was entertaining.
Yeah,
I didn't do Aussie Open any favors, but this match is rebuilding their stock. Tag Team Wrestling 101, cut the ring in half, knockout tag partner, preventing tag. The crowd is split. They're just having fun. Another classic from FTR, Super Shatter Machine and Retain. 6 pretzels, Cesar. What'd you think of this?
I gave it 6 in the salt myself. This was some good old-fashioned tag team wrestling. We know FTR can deliver, and then this kind of shit right here is like MJF and Adam Bebe won in 5 minutes just because these guys are good. These guys are actually good. And then you think, oh wait, they're in a group with Will Ospreay. Of course they're fucking good. They have that man, the legend himself, Will Ospreay. So what the fuck are we really doing here? Come on, George Kittle, get your ass in the fucking goal line. Yeah, so good. I loved it, but it was 6 in the zone. This is because they're AEW. You got to knock them a point. Like, it shouldn't be 4 and 15 minutes in before I get a great tag match. There was like 3 other ones on the card. Why am I waiting this long?
Quality over quantity, Tony Skeets. Sticks, FTR, Aussie. Oi. What'd you think?
Yeah, this was good tag team match wrestling. FTR, I mean, top guys. These guys are the epitome of tag team wrestling. Aussie Open have been one of the better tag teams across the pond. I mean, make waves in New Japan and a bunch of other promotions overseas now making their way over to the United States to start letting people know about them, start building up some cred. Obviously, being on AEW TV hasn't allowed them to build up that cred, but this match helped it a little bit. I mean, going out there and putting on a great match with FTR, one of the better and probably in the upper echelon, and quite possibly maybe on the Mount Rushmore of tag teams and tag team wrestling. Going out there and putting on a performance with them like this helps it. Simpatico with you boys. I gave it 6 with the mouth water, finger licking salt itself. This just shows when you can have two good tag teams, and like we have just talked about here in the last 5 minutes, allow them to have the freedom, go out there, have a match, write a good story, tell a good story, put on moves, do all that stuff. This was good. I mean, this is what tag team wrestling is and should be. And I mean, FTR is usually a pretty big part of a majority of those matches for ATW. And I gave it 6 in the salt.
I'll stay open. Do not go to WWE. You'll be fighting Gallus and the Brawling Brutes for your entire fucking career. Stay away from WWE, please. Up next is the main.
Go to Impact. Go to Impact. Go to Impact.
Yes. Main event time, gentlemen. 2 out of 3 falls for the TNT Championship.
You damn right.
Christian Cage, reigning defending champion versus Darby.
You say his name right.
For now, it's 1-on-1. Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne to the back. Christian spits in Darby's face. We get in a wrestling match here, folks. Darby pulls turtleneck over Christian's head, and jackknife pin Darby gets the first fall. Nick Wayne's mom is in the front row. Mad Dog and
Hot.
Vicious Christian has entered the match. Crowd split now. Nick's mom baits Christian in and tosses water in his face. Christian launches Darby into announce table, taking Excalibur offline. Fucking ring steps. Here we go. Christian suplexes Darby onto stairs, then scoop slams him on stairs off of apron. Christian gets a count-out victory. They bring the stretcher out. Meanwhile, Christian exposes ring boards. With Darby on stretcher, Christian frog splash onto him. Kill switch on the boards, and Darby kicks out. This crazy honky has a death wish. Scorpion Deathlock applied. Darby gets to the ropes. Darby drops Christian with a Scorpion Death Drop. Coffin drop, 2.5. Christian spears the ref. Low blow. Christian tries to use TNT title, but Nick Wayne gets it and then clobbers Darby. Captain retains. Great story. Bravo, gentlemen. Attack continues on Darby, and then Sting comes out. Cesar was about to turn the TV off. Luchasaurus is out. The numbers game, Sting is taken down. When Sting was taken down, Cesar popped wood, so he put the controller down. Concerto time. Nope, it's Edge time. We all knew it was happening, but it was cool to see. Adam Copeland is all elite. Sadly, he shook Sting's hand after clearing the ring. Great story, not bad. I'm glad Christian retained. I gave it 7 pretzels. Sticks, your thoughts on the main event?
Yeah, it was a good match. It was, like you said, total good story. The shenanigans in it were great, like pulling the turtleneck over Christian's head to be able to do that. The numerous APPW calls we had during this weekend. The use of the stairs for more than just bashing somebody over the head, suplexing somebody on there. That was a nice call out. Father of the Year Christian, while Darby's getting attended to, decided to put some work in himself, cutting that ring, cutting the ropes, all that stuff. Finally, we got Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne finally said, hey, you took AR Fox, you sent him back, but you're showing me this tough love, all this stuff. Fuck you. I'm gonna go. I got a new poppy. I'm gonna learn from the Father of the Year, Captain Charisma himself, Christian. And then we had it. We had Sting come out, try to help his boy after the match, all that stuff. And I guess you could say it was a surprise, but not really I don't know, at least for the 3 of us, not really a surprise. Adam Copeland, aka FKA Edge, it's all elite. But with all that being said, I gave it 6. I thought it was a solid main event match for ATW, which if they get a solid from us, I mean that's like 10 stars in the Tokyo Dome from Meltzer and everybody else. So I mean, not too bad way for ATW to end a greatly named pay-per-view Wrestle Dream.
You know what I thought was gonna happen? I'm so happy somebody had 2 brain cells backstage and said, "All right, guys, look, everybody in the world knows that Sting's gonna come out to help Darby, but we cannot cut the lights. If you cut the lights and you hit Sting's theme, the crowd is gonna be pissed. So leave the fucking lights on when Sting comes out. We'll turn them off when Edge comes out, but remember, not for Sting." That was a smart move on their behalf. If I can give them any compliments at all. But Cesar, what do you think of the main event? 2 out of 3 falls for the TNT Championship.
I don't know if you guys watched the presser afterwards, but Christian Cage was out first.
Oh yeah,
The captain.
yeah.
The captain who out wrestled Darby. I don't know what y'all talking about because my captain won 2 falls 0. And he out wrestled Darby out. He didn't have to go to no extreme lengths to beat that man. All crazy town. And I don't know why that bitch thinks she's better than my captain. But the captain came out there, man. The patriarchy of AEW. That's the smartest thing Excalibur has ever said with his dumb ass.
You got to give the
people what they want, captain. And they want the captain. Okay? It goes 3, Captain America. 2, Captain Crunch. 1, Captain Charisma, Christian Cage on the all-time captains list. Actually, fuck Captain America. It goes Captain Hook. Damn, that man's so good. Christian Cage
what about Captain Jack Sparrow?
Well, that nigga a drunk, so he ain't a drunk legend. He's in the favorite drunks.
Fuck that noise. Captain Planet gets second build.
God damn, I forgot about Captain
He's
Planet.
my hero. He's gonna bring
I may have to redo the list. He's
gonna bring pollution down to 0.
Yeah. Anyway, I digress.
But Captain Planet is kind of a little creepy. He's got those kids with promise rings.
Hey, don't tell me you watched Captain Planet and didn't wish you had one of those fucking rings. Come on.
If I had the fire ring, I'd have been burning down the rainforest.
I'd have the water one. I wanted the water one. Water.
But Captain Planet, Captain Charisma, that nigga is literally saving ATW. Okay, by him and Swerve are saving ATW. He's bringing credibility back to that shit title. That was shit. Captain Charisma's he's bringing credibility back. He's so good. The Niners just got an interception. Dallas fans on watch. But yeah, I gave it. Hold on, my phone turned off. Hold on a second. I think I gave it 6 in the salt. Just for how far he had to go. Yeah, ripped up the apron, ripped up the mat. The frog splash on the ambulance gurney. Come on, son. Yeah, Darby trying to kill himself. Yeah, nigga blood came out there. But then he was useless because no niggas. And then yeah, old Copeland tried to come out there and he was beating up people with the chair. You should have hit on nigga blood with the chair. But Adam Copeland's a racist. So yeah, I gave it 6 in the salt. If he was a true American hero, like you said, and Tryon's favorite, he would have he'd have hit the nigga hater. He'd have hit him with the chair.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the dream of wrestling. We shall return with a little bit more wrestling talk. We're going to talk about NXT now, but we're going to do the condensed version.
Sure.
I'm going to do probably the one thing all 3 of us are going to talk about, because I looked at the entire thing and honestly, it's pretty much the only thing worth talking about is the main event. They stacked the deck for next week, but we'll talk. Well, I got to talk to these guys about that. But anyway, the main event was for the North American Championship. Trick Willie, he's had the title for what? Saturday, Sunday, Monday. He's had the title for 4 days, and he's putting it up against Dominic. Thanks to Mommy getting the rematch. Mommy's with him. With 4 minutes left, they go to commercial. Blair and Priest are out. Balor and Priest are out. It's about checks and championships, man. Book says. The crowd showers Dom and boos. Whoop that trick. Oh, whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick.
Book was cooning.
Trick is red hot. The crowd loves him. Mommy tossed her belt in. The ref distracted. Dom DDT's Trick on the belt for a 2.5. Trick hits running knee to Dom and JD. Finn attacks with a tag belt. Frog splash. Dominic regains the North American Championship after a 4-day reign. It was a JH reign for old Trick Willie. The numbers game too much for him. What a damn shame. Cesar.
What up, man? Oh, the Trick Willie, yeah. What a goddamn shame.
Oh, man.
Well, so the rumors were that Dirty Dom was supposed to win against Mustafa to keep his title reign goings on.
I heard the opposite, actually.
Well, I mean, I heard he was going to win, which would have made sense. But then, they finally fired that nigga. So he got his wish. And then they had to put somebody in there. And it was old Trick Willie. This actually is a way, if they're trying to build the space between Trick and Mello, the best way, because as you saw when Mello walked out, he was like, yeah, man, my own brother don't want me. I got a match next week, blah, blah, blah. Lost my championship. I guess they're trying to do the black version of Sad Corbin or Sad Gria. If you watch Gria Feuds APW page with Sunday Night Ski, where I am the Fujiweight champion. Anyway, I digress. So if they want to build it that way, sure, it does help that story. I really don't think they need to separate Trick and Mello. Yeah, like Booker T said, checks and championships come and go. But real niggas is down since day one. You know what I'm talking about. Jey Uso, best presser in the league. Best presser in the league.
Yeet.
Fucking Cody barked at a reporter and then laughed at himself barking at a reporter. That's how we do on this tripod.
We
enjoy libations. We enjoy libations in the bus before we get on camera. You know what I'm saying?
Sticks, pick up your drink.
You drinking water?
I'm drinking Gatorade.
Yeah, he's drinking Gatorade. He's not having libations. He's yeet.
3, 2, 1. Yeet.
Yeet. He's having libations. No. My main event.
Sticks over here drinking and sugar and shit.
It was a goddamn 5-on-1. So we know, and you know, yeah, he had it for like 4 days. But when it's a 5-on-1, like it was, I mean, you kind of gotta respect it because he took out Humongous Dome and Dom with the flying knee. He got through the belt, and then it took the briefcase with Finn on the ropes. So it was a goddamn 5-on-1 he had to get through. If Kamala was there, he could have done that. It'd have been a 5-on-2. Them niggas was still outnumbered. So yeah. It sucks because but yeah, I feel like old Trick Willie gonna pull himself up off the mat, baby oil the bootstraps. And he gonna get that baby oil shower, He ain't gonna put no shirt on. He gonna put that that varsity jacket back on, just slicked up in the sleeves, in the back, and then Trick
Hey,
and Mellow
Dom,
Gang.
Dom ain't gonna be able to hold that title on. There's still baby oil on it. He's gonna have to
Yeah,
take
it's still baby
dry
oil on it. He's
cleaners
gonna slip
or
out of
get
his
a
hand.
new belt or something.
I mean, if anything, that should bring Trick and Mellow Gang back together. They both lost the championships. They both know the title of being, the man or having a title. And then they back on the street grinding. If they go back to that fucking barbershop, I swear to God, I'm burning that shit down.
they got to regroup. That's their headquarters, Cesar.
I hate you, Sangria.
They
And
come
Well,
up
you know
with
what's
the
gonna
best
happen?
plan.
One of them's gonna be there, gonna be talking to the Puerto Rican that ain't cutting no hair, and then the other's gonna come walking in and they're gonna stare at each other, sit down, and they're gonna talk it out.
you right. So fuck them niggas. And fuck that barbershop.
Sticks, what'd you think of Trick Willie getting ambushed by Judgment Day?
The Trick Willie empire fell after 4 days of a glorious reign. Like Cesar said,
But he's in the books. He's in the books.
no. It's on the resume. You can put that on the resume when it's time to move on up. But like Cesar said, it took 5. Now, here's something. Now they showed the stacked lineup that was going next week. I thought it would have kind of been nice if the way things would have played out to maybe have this happen during that, because you would have had Cody there, maybe a certain dog could have been down there.
Oh, he coming.
And they could have helped. Once the numbers start showing up, maybe I had Mello like, hey, my man's Trick. The numbers aren't doing. He comes out there, still got the numbers against him. Then maybe you have Cody and Main Event show up to kind of somewhat even the numbers. And you could have had Trick maybe retained that way if you even it all out. But this makes Trick still look strong because it took 5 people. It took a faction and a groupie
Mm-hmm.
to beat.
How dare you call mommy a groupie? How dare
No.
How about JD? How about Humongous Dome?
Humongous Dome, man.
I'm
What
sorry,
the
I
fuck,
thought-
Sangria?
What's wrong with you?
Goddamn, drink some water, Sangria.
Wait. You're calling Humongous a groupie? Do you remember the bangers that fucker used to put on in NXT? He ain't a
They don't
groupie.
do shit on the main title except for
Yeah.
Ryan.
What's he doing besides?
He's an
besides
honorary.
just-
He's an honorary juice.
He's an
Ain't in the
honorary.
bloodline.
He's
That
an
nigga
honorary
is Judgment
goose.
Day. You
He's
tell
an
him, Sticks.
honorary goose. He's a gothy hang-arounder.
Yeah, you tell him, Sticks. Country.
Yeah. The fuck?
Groupie.
Call mommy a groupie. She run that shit. She's mommy for a reason.
You see that shit?
Acknowledge, mommy. Acknowledge.
She-
Master
you
Michaels.
acknowledging her
Master
as a
Michaels. You hear
groupie?
that shit? You hear that shit, Master Michaels?
You acknowledging her as a
Don't call him
groupie, Sangria? What the
He called
fuck?
mommy a groupie.
Caesar,
Yeah.
I'm about to put you against White Khali. Go put your gear on.
I kill that nigga.
Yeah.
I kill that nigga.
But
Make a party with the hard R's. Suck it.
but yeah, I mean it was kind of shocking, but it's still I don't like that it happened, but the way it did still makes Trick look strong. And like Cesar said, like you guys said, he's still down the books. So I mean, and it's probably not the last one. I mean, I imagine he'll have another maybe in a North American championship, and maybe it'll be a longer run. But I mean, it was definitely one of the more shocking and kind of head-scratching decisions that was made on Saturday to go into Tuesday, and from Tuesday going forward now.
Disrespect to JD, but I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday night. And no, just kidding. I didn't watch that fucking shit. We ain't gonna talk about that garbage.
You know what, Sangria?
Let's move on. Real
No. If we ain't gonna talk about that, go fuck yourself. We gonna talk about Wednesday night.
What?
You goddamn right. We talking about the main event on Wednesday night. We ain't gonna talk about anything else. We can do highlights.
Adam, Adam, look at some bullshit over here happening
Fuck
on the
you,
tripod.
Adam. You talking to the nigga I'm talking about?
I'm talking about Cole.
You know what? Captain Turtleneck, Captain Turtleneck. This nigga Sangria bullshit. He trying to skip you over. He is
Hey,
bull.
Nick Wayne's
shit.
mom. Nick Wayne's mom. I don't know your name, but you
Yeah,
know
look,
what Caesar is
hey.
fucking doing right now.
Look, call that dead nigga Luchasaurus. Bring his bitch ass out. And yeah, we're gonna talk about Wednesday night. Hold on, I gotta change my background. Yeah, I'm gonna put Tony Skeets doing snow again. It's Wednesday night, nigga. What is all right. Sorry, my captain. Yeah, get you some butt meat. All right,
Hey, Ricky. Yeah. They're just only going to talk about Wednesday. They're not going to talk about what happened Saturday. I mean, Yeah, I know. It was a. Yeah, I know. It was a hell of an opener for Saturday night.
Hey,
Yeah,
man, can you do us a favor and get
yeah,
John?
they're going to totally
drunk
gloss
again?
over it.
We need to get Moxley
fucking
drunk
totally
one more
gloss.
time. I mean, just come on. I mean, just make this show exciting.
Ricky, I'm gonna tell you the one reason why we ain't talking about Saturday.
Wait, he had call waiting. Caesar was
because them niggas you beat, made a license for CMFTR, and fuck that nigga CM trash. So that's why we ain't talking about it. But hey, you still the GOAT. And one day you might get me to watch Religion.
Hey, Sting.
And Big Bill is fucking that sexy bitch backstage.
Hey, Sting, I got Caesar's address. You want to go check him out, pay him a visit? Bring your bat.
Yeah, tell that nigga to pull over. I got a shotgun with a steak in it. Kill his dead ass. Fuck that nigga. So anyway, it's Wednesday night. It's Wednesday night. And you know what that means. Edge came out at the end of the show because fuck the rest of the show. You know what? Who wants story time with Uncle JC, baby? Because that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm only talking about the cap.
Hey, Skeets.
And I'm talking about Edge. I don't care about who Sangria calling. That nigga about to run out of minutes. He don't even have unlimited minutes with his broke ass phone plan. Okay, I'm talking about
Verizon. I changed my phone.
You better call Verizon or AT&T or T-Mobile. Call that big titty bitch at T-Mobile. She might get you a new deal.
Hey, big titty bitch from AT&T.
This nigga.
Yeah.
The best part of this shit, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I was lit when I was watching it. Edge was like, I saw you had a concerto for Sting.
I knew you were going to talk about that.
Sting. He's been entertaining people for 4 decades. And every time he said it, I said, but he's been killing niggas for 38 decades. Because he's a goddamn undead monster from the deep.
38 decades. He's been killing them since the fucking sun has risen on the earth.
Goddamn right. Since the Lord said, Genesis 1:1, let there be light. And then Sting was like, yeah, I've been fighting the dark since before you got here with this bat.
The Lord said the sun will rise, and Satan was like, so will my commander in chief, Sting.
Yeah, I mean, like, the Lord literally created heaven. Then Lucifer got, arrogant with his flaming sword and shit with that other nigga. And then the Lord threw him down to hell. And then Sting was like, what up, player? I just been sitting here chilling on my lawn chair in the fire, waiting for the niggas. Because he knew they was going to be coming. And he had a bat. And he was going to kill them all and drink nigga blood. And then be alive forever. Because fuck Sting. You should have hit him, Edge, with your bitch ass. But no. The captain knew what's up. The captain was trying to kill that old fuck with metal. See, the captain don't know like I know. Because he ain't no nigga. He a white man. So he was like, I'm gonna just try to break Sting's skull. You know what I'm saying? He gonna survive that. Then he gonna be like, I'm gonna try to break Sting with like ladders and chairs. He gonna survive that. The only way to kill Sting is to take his bat and hit white people with it. So the bat absorbs white blood.
Hey, Rollins got close.
He only broke his neck, but Sting's a goddamn vampire from the deep. He comes back. He's a demon. You got to hit white people with it to get the white blood in there instead of nigga blood. So when he pours it in his Hennessy, he drinks white blood. It's like Garlic the Vampire. Sting gonna be like, oh, the pure blood. It taints my soul. I can't breathe the white man's air. Because ain't no nigga blood in my Hennessy. I need to drink what the blacks drink to give me power, but I got to put nigga blood in it. So it's all like white blood in Hennessy, and this thing will die. And then, we'll all be safe. Like Harriet Tubman when she was saving niggas in the Underground Railroad. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's got to be the one. Hopefully it'll be Swerve to take that back and put white blood in it, not nigga blood. Swerve, I'm counting on you, sir. Because Keith Lee can't get it done. He's too busy in tag matches.
And losing weight.
Yeah. And fucking Mia Yim, who's got the meanest right hand in the business because it knocked out Jimmy Uso for like a whole show for 2 hours. That shit was mean. That was the meanest right hand I've seen since Mike Tyson, nigga.
Yeet.
Yeet.
That Asian right hand hit harder than COVID. Up next, we're going to talk about what Styx's background is. Impact Wrestling. And we're going to do the highlighted version of this as well. Styx, you go ahead and kick us off, brother. What was your highlight of Impact Wrestling?
We've been waiting for something like this for a while. Now, the famous line on this podcast was that a fine gentleman, Caesar, would say, if someone gets shot in the middle of the ring, he out. It's still gonna have 3 people, but 2 out of 3 are gonna talk about wrestling while another man is gonna be sipping yak and just watching football.
And interrupting.
I'm gonna be all checked out.
Well, on Thursday, we got a little bit close. Crazy Steve stabbing Tommy Dreamer in the back. Actually, Lord hindquarters maybe is what you want to. But he stabbed a man. But there was a man that was stabbed in the fucking ring.
In the ass.
In the ass. Stabbing nonetheless. That was my highlight.
I was going to talk about that too. Stabbed. That was funny. Okay, so I will talk about Tasha Steele versus Killer Kelly with Masha. This kicked off the episode. This might be the first time I've ever seen a white chick have a bigger ass than a black chick. The action spills to outside as Tasha knocks down Kelly, then kisses her. Masha in her George Michael Halloween costume for some reason. Deonna Purrazzo yanks ref out of the ring. The ref is confused. Tasha takes advantage with the crucifix pin for the win. The blackout, they call it. So racist. But yeah, I mean, fucking Killer Kelly. Styx's ex-wife has got that ass, and the cameraman from NXT snuck over to Impact to go ahead and shoot some of that ass as well.
He's an ass man. He is an ass man.
Always good to see Killer Kelly on my screen. Since Styx took the stabbing, I took the ass. Caesar, what was your highlight of Impact Wrestling?
I like the story of the walking weapon and Alex Shelley. Because if you take it from that last pay-per-view, where was that? Like Time Machine and them crackers versus Bully Ray and them crackers. It looked like Josh was the heel. Because Josh is rolling up on Shelley. He's rolling up on him hard. I ain't lose it. It's mine. That title mine. My title. Alex Shelley, now he's doubting himself. Like if you watch the whole match that Josh Alexander had against some dumb nigga in the main event, Khan from the Design, and Alex Shelley was at ringside on commentary. You heard him. He was like, part of me is like, yeah, every time he takes a slam on that neck. Yeah. But then he's like, I don't want him too hurt because I don't want that excuse. I want to prove the haters wrong. I want to prove the doubters wrong. And like so. And then there's a moment where shit happens and Josh hits Alex Shelley. And then after the match, Shelley hits him with the finisher in the middle of the ring. It's like Shelley, it's like ticking on Shelley. It's ticking, and he's the champion. He doesn't want to be proven wrong. He wants to be he's not a transitional champ. He even said it. Those things are getting to him. And it's ticking off, and then boom, he hits him with the finisher after the match because Shelley hit him during the match. And now you're kind of like, oh, Josh Alexander's been talking all the shit. But now you're hitting him after a match in the ring. You say you want him 100%, but now you want to hit him because he hit you. And now it's looking like, yeah, and he's wearing the suit. You know, anytime anybody's wearing the suit. And then the champ, they're more likely to heel. So now it's kind of like swaying back to like, is Alex Shelley the heel? Do they want the crowd to be pro Josh? Do they really want to screw the crowd over? Would it really be a surprise if Alex Shelley beat the Walking Weapon? Because the Walking Weapon, they keep talking up the accolades of the Walking Weapon. The longest Impact World Champion reign ever. It was like 348 days, I believe they said. It was almost a year. It was like 11 months. He was cooking, and then he got injured, so he never lost it. And then now Alex Shelley has it. I like the way they kind of switched it from like that pay-per-view, because remember, what's that cracker that came back that Alex Shelley was hating on Sticks?
Macklin,
because yeah, he was trying Macklin. Now Macklin's fucking with Moose for that briefcase, and obviously PCO came out. But yeah, he was fucking with Macklin, and that looked like Walking Weapon was a heel. Ew, man, lost my head. Macklin was out there, blah blah blah. But I'm still coming for that title. I'm coming for the title. It's my title. I want the title, my title. And now it's like you hitting somebody after the fact that they won and blah blah blah. I like the way they're cooking this up, and we still got a couple weeks, because it was 2 weeks from yesterday that Bound for Glory will be out. So I like the way they're setting this up, trying to twist it, keep the fans interested. Like, yeah, I mean, because obviously if you like Alex Shelley, you're gonna want him to. I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler. He's a great wrestler. He's have classics matches. But if you want the Walking Weapon to take his title back, now you're more conflicted on where's the story going and who's actually gonna tell the story.
Well, you even saw it after Shelley hit his finisher on. You saw the internal struggle with Shelley. Like he's standing there, and part of him's like, yeah, I needed to do that because what he did out there. But the other half of him's like, fuck, I wanted him at 100%. I want him at 1,000,000%.
So there's no excuse when I win.
Yeah. And like Shelley had made that point, but also Shelley made the point of this. He's 1-1 in Impact championship matches. His first one, he put on a banger of one against Josh Alexander, and he lost. And then he had one against Macklin, and
he won.
So
yeah, I mean, he just wants no excuses. He wants to be recognized as champ. So if or when he wins, he's the man. He is the top brand. He's the top of the company. And you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. He's got a great career of wrestling. He's killing it. But now he's the man right now.
He took out Nick Aldis as well. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah. So like he wants no excuses on his record of he beats the Walking Weapon, who had the longest career, and then he goes on to defend it, whatever, but he's not a transitional champion. And that story right there is so good. And then he's like, Alex is the Walking Weapon is taking matches. Like, and I'm not saying he's not taking it serious, because if you are taking matches and you're winning, you're more hot, you're more moving forward. You're getting momentum.
What Josh did when he was champion. Like Josh would have open challenges every fucking Thursday, and that's what brought banger matches. I mean, he had like Iron Man match. He had a hell of a match against Mike Bailey on a Thursday night. Like he was still doing this, and it's almost like Alex takes it as like it's disrespect to him. It's like, hey, you need to be 100%, because I want no excuses from you. I don't want to hear about how last Thursday you had a match against so and so, and it was a drag out barn burner of a match. Yeah. But you are exhausted. You are
He's like,
exhausted.
yeah.
You picked up, you had more injuries. I want you at 100% because I'm waiting. I'm sitting back waiting. I'm defending it when they're telling me to defend it. I'm not signing up for anything extra. You're out here doing that, and you're the one that's jeopardizing this match out of the greatness that this match can be.
But I don't want any announcer giving you an excuse.
Yeah.
You wrestled. We're supposed to wrestle in 2 weeks, and you took 3 matches. So you weren't at 100%. And then I beat you. And they're like, yeah, well, the Walking Weapon was wrestling until the match. And Alex Shelley maybe only had like a tag match here and a match there and blah, blah, blah. Nah, bitch. I want you 100%. I want to know that when I give my 100% against your 100%, I'm better than the Walking Weapon. I'm the champ and I'm the man. Great strategy. Loved it. This is really, really good. I would say the most entertaining match of the night was that fan revenge match.
Yeah, I was just
With
gonna
my
say
boys. With my
Woo!
boys. You know my boys. The A, the B, the C.
Never seen a match like that ever. It was. I wonder if they were they real fans or were they plants? I don't know.
I don't know. They look like a bunch of plants.
But that was one of the most unique matches I've ever seen in my life. Man, what I would give to be in one of those matches
Yeah.
in AEW, and I'd go right after Charlie Manson.
Could you imagine that being like? Could you imagine that just somehow showing up at APPW?
Yeah, dude.
And maybe having Jake be in that fucking match? I don't know.
Yeah. And everybody would whip Jake, and they wouldn't even whip who he's fighting against. It don't matter who it is. They wouldn't even whip. But Sticks, I would like to ask you, so I know the 5-on-5 match, it was like the winners get to fight each other's.
Yes.
What kind of match was that? Where you're one
It's
or 20?
the call your shot. I think it was the call your shot gauntlet match.
Yeah. So
The winner will come
yeah.
in at number 20.
20. And
And the loser will be number 1.
Yeah.
So, but it's men versus women.
Yeah, it's anything because if a woman wins, she can call her shot for the, I'm assuming, Impact Women's or Impact Knockouts Championship. Because Moose won that last year and cashed it in on Josh Alexander after he won it. Like after Josh won, like he got his first Impact Championship, he had his wife, and I can't remember if it was one or both his kids in there. Moose came in, and then Josh was trying to get his wife and kids out of there. Moose hit him with a fucking spear and a 1, 2, 3. And like Josh had
so it's like a Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah. Like you want to talk about like short ass, like JH title run? That's what Josh had. Like we're not even talking 4 days. We might not even be talking 4 minutes. Yeah. It was short. Yeah.
James. No, I'm sorry, nigga. Do some homework.
But yeah, I mean it's
all right, so yeah, that's Impact match I did not know about.
Yeah.
That's a back wrestling with all the original match types. I love it. That's what makes Impact Wrestling unique, makes it more watchable.
Wait. So those 5 people will wrestle in a match, and I'm guessing the person who pins somebody gets number 20, and the person who loses is number 1.
Is it elimination, Sticks? Is it elimination?
I can't remember. I don't know if it's going to be one of those where it's all 5 in there, and the first person that gets pinned will be number 1, and then it just continues till like the person who's the winner out of all of it is
the
number 20.
Yeah.
They said Down for Glory.
No, they said the person who wins the match gets number 20.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the person who pins somebody. I'm assuming it's like whoever's on the winning team. All 5 of those people. It's like a 5-on-5, I guess. Well, not a 5-on-5, but
no. It's 5 against. Those 5 are against each other.
Yeah. Those five
Yeah.
are against each other.
But when
So it's
is
like-
the gauntlet happening? Is it happening at Bound for
No,
Glory?
the gauntlet happens at Bound for Glory.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, so there was 2 5-man teams. The people who win the 5-man team, they all fight in each other in a match. And to my knowledge, I'm thinking the person who gets the pin gets to be number 20 in that gauntlet match because they won that 5-way match.
Well, see, I don't know if
person
that's
who got
why I don't know
pinned.
if it's. That's why I don't know if it's elimination. Like if the first person that gets pinned
Has to
is
be.
number one, and
Yeah,
then
it
it
has
just
to
keeps
be.
going and going, and then the last person who's the survivor, like who's like the actual legit victor after everybody gets eliminated. If that person comes in at number 20,
that kind of makes sense too.
It makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense too. But I feel like that would be a way longer match. So
well,
like,
I mean,
I
they're gonna
figured
they got like 2 hours to kill. So shit, what's like 20,
but
25
they'd be
minutes?
having like 5-6 matches a night. You don't know what's on the card.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sitting with us through all this wrestling talk. And of course, you can find on Mangria Fuel's YouTube page APPW as well. There's going to be all kinds of shit dropping. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. All of us from the Steel World After Party universe are in it. Big shout out to the Steel World After Party podcast that will return before Survivor Series, which would be War Games.
War Games.
Which, by the way, PPW will partake in as well. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we do what we do best here on the tripod. He may have lost, but we still give that big up
Big ups.
to Stallion Pete.